Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have G.I. Joe Classified Series Target exclusive Special Missions Cobra Island Baroness with the Cobra Coil. And a fellow collector helped me obtain this amazing piece where everybody is going crazy over these Joes, and I'm happy to have Baroness and that coil bike. It looks awesome and the package is pretty big. Can we take some time to appreciate the artwork on the box? It looks awesome. We got Baroness on the coil with their gold pistol. And even in the background is her wearing the motorcycle helmet. And you can see her face through the visor, which looks awesome. And it's sort of done in that Cobra logo design. And then above it, you got her using that laser robot Cobra thing. Package has definitely seen better days. And the artwork still looks amazing on the side as well. On the right side of the box, we have Baroness's file card. There's all the little symbols and stuff you need to go to the website and check out what she's good at and what rank she is in those skills. And she is number 13. They definitely utilized the space on the back of the box. We got Cobra Island at the largest scale I've seen compared to those smaller boxes that come with the Joes. But I mean, this image is awesome. Whoever designed this definitely knows what they're doing. It looks great. I love the volcano. You know, it really hits home, especially if you guys read any of the comics. I mean, Cobra Commander definitely did some crazy stuff with volcanoes. And this is just awesome. I love the bigger scale so we can actually look at all the detail and stuff. And it's great. Before we take a look at Baroness and the accessories that she comes with, let's take a look at the vehicle she comes with, the Cobra Coil, where a lot of people were dogging on this bike and saying how it looked like crap and so on and so forth. And I myself was very skeptical on this bike because I was like, oh man, they could have done a lot more. It could have looked better. But now that it's in hand, I'm not even worried about it. I think this thing is awesome. And it really just has a lot, it hits me in a lot of feels. If you know what I'm saying. Like, looking at this bike right out of the get-go, it just seems so futuristic, off-roady, and it really gives me that Akira vibe. It's like Kaneda's bike, but not. It still looks awesome. So, as you can see on it, she does have, on both sides, guns. You know, you can move them up and down and everything like that. But let me go ahead and bring these in so you can really see the detail in these guns. And there's tons of sculpted detail on this thing. It looks awesome. You know, so any of your figures could use these, but just mind that there is a giant peg on these. That's the only downside, but there's a lot of sculpted detail in here, and it's black plastic. So, looks pretty freaking cool. Can we take a minute to really admire the sculpt work and detail that's actually in this motorcycle? Yeah, it's a lot. Like, you got like actually the shocks right here, you know, all this sculpted in detail going throughout, piping, engine work. There is some paint on there. Sure, we could use some more, but honestly, if you want more, I'm sure you could go in there and add it yourself. I love all the little symbols. This has it says 0.01 right there. We get Cobra logos on both sides. And these are not stickers, folks. We actually have vehicles that have all this stuff on here without worrying about stuff peeling off or folding off and all that good stuff. We get some pegs for your feet to prop on. We got the little stand. The stand actually flips down and up, which is awesome. The bike itself has some lack of paint on the back. The wheels are like a rubbery, like a hard rubber type of wheel. But the exhaust I wish would have had something, maybe some lights on the back, like up here, some paint here to sort of balance it out, because that just big chunk of darkness right there. But overall, I love the texture on the actual seat. That's actually a really cool texture. It would have been cool if this thing could open up, maybe to store her helmet. That would have been really dope. Then we look at the front. The front's really cool. I love the headlight. I do got a little bit of a scratch in the yellowish green part of the windshield. But I love what they're doing with this whole translucency, you know, two-tone types of paint jobs on these plastic, because it's better than just being clear or just like painted a solid color, you know. I think it looks really cool. And then we get into some more details. I just want to get in here. Let's see if I can zoom in, because this is some important stuff right here. Adjust that light here, but I love, actually, let's get in here a little bit deeper. Ooh, getting all in there. I love the gauges. Can't really see, but it's like a fuel gauge or a speedometer right there. I just love the color that they chose for the gauges. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, what's the big deal about the gauges? I just think they look cool, but it also gets into a good transition into these handlebars. One of the handlebars comes separate. It's a ball that pops into this T going on right here. So articulation wise, we get some crazy like ball movement with these handlebars right here. And that's same on both sides, which is awesome. You can rotate them, bend them up and down. It's a lot of articulation, and there's some paint on the handlebars, which is cool. The brakes or whatever, the shifters or whatever you want to call these things. I think they're brakes. Maybe. And they pop into this T. The T is really cool because there's articulation in that T as well. So you guys can see as I'm moving this T with the joystick, it actually moves the wheels up front. So that is a really cool thing. So you get the, I can do it here. You get all this range of motion with just the handlebars and the wheels. This part is stuck, but the visor can move. The windshield, and you can just see the movement here. It's awesome. I like the little yellow here. Overall, I'm not disappointed. I mean, this is straight up Cobra vehicle with tons of detail, and if you want to add more paint, bust out those Warhammer Citadel paints. If you guys paint and stuff, add some little tweaks and tunes and all that stuff. This thing looks badass. Baroness comes with a pair of pistols we've seen before, but they are either casted in this awesome gold plastic or it's painted, but either way these things are awesome. I like these pistols. I don't mind that they're reusing them. They're like futuristic but also realistic looking at the same time, and I love that they're gold. Like, I could definitely see Destro like getting these custom made for Baroness and being like, here darling, have my golden pistols, or here's a pair of golden pistols. Either way, I could see Destro definitely wooing Baroness with some dual gold-plated pistols. Baroness also comes with a knife with a gold cobra head at the top, and it's pretty cool. It's not like your typical boot knife. It's almost like a machete-looking knife. I don't know, but it looks awesome. I like the gold cobra. I like the handle. Overall, a really cool knife accessory for the Baroness. Here we get that Cybernetic Cobra from Todd McFarlane. I mean, this is the Cybernetic Cobra gun weapon that Baroness comes with. It's painted or casted in silver. Again, I can't tell. Like, it's pretty... It could be paint, you know, and if that's paint, then, I mean, they're doing a heck of a job. The gold on it is okay. There's some spots that could have been a little bit better, but still really cool. The red eyes look like something you would have seen from one of those little squid creatures from the Matrix. And I like how the jaw comes down. It is down in like two pieces. It has the laser like tongue and the hose inside. It has a lot of cool detail in this thing. Very weird. Would not have expected to get this. Definitely it's unique, so it'll be fun to see how she holds it. And again, with this like gold and fancy like weaponry she has, I mean, Destro's spoiling her. Like, this has got to be some sort of anniversary gift or something of that nature. Here we got the black motorcycle helmet. It's got the cobra fangs going down the visor. I like how the whole helmet's almost like a matte finish, but the visor is like a glossy finish. But I also feel like this is where they dropped the ball. I love this look. It's great. It's amazing. I just wish, just like on the box, I wish they would have actually put a head inside the helmet. Maybe not a full part, but enough of the eyes or a little bit of the nose, and made this a clear plastic. Or a translucent, like, gray or something where you can see a face inside. I think that would be cool, but I also like the limo tint. So it's sort of a mixed emotions. Or even have it where the visor can go up and there's a face there. That would be cool too. But still, we get an alternate motorcycle helmet head, which is cool. Holy shit. This Baroness figure is awesome. And I've heard a lot of people dog on this because of her forehead and this and that. Honestly, you must not have the figure or you don't know what the hell you're talking about. This figure looks like Baroness, hands down. I love the glasses. The little gold trim on the cat eye, like glasses or cat, whatever the hell they're called, looks awesome. I love seeing the eyes. This scared me. Like, this part was actually popped out and it was like hanging off the side when I got this. And I thought it was broken, but it just wasn't glued. So I just slid it back in and it looks awesome. I love the glossiness on her lips. You know, her hair looks fantastic. All the way down, just straight down. And then she must have just cut it right there. But it might have been getting in the way for her reaching for her guns or whatnot, because that's what these are for. She has a belt to put those gold guns. And let's just admire the freaking detail. Like, I can't... This is amazing. Like, we talk about certain figures and lines and all that stuff, but when Hasbro came out with these 6-inch figures, they definitely had to, like, they went hard. They're like, we're going to make sure people love 6-inch Joes, and they are nailing it. I love the Cobra logo on her gauntlet. Not as clean as the one on her chest, but I love this. I love the armor. This is something that we've seen many times before. We've even seen it into the sideshow figure of Baroness. I love the scaling that's in the gray. I love the, like, Cobra snake type of pauldrons. Not so much on this side, but definitely, you know, right there with the fangs, another gauntlet. And I love the armor, like her gauntlets, the chest piece, even down her, like, leg boot armor and stuff. It's glossy. The gray is like a matte finish, so the armor shines. It's awesome. Her little belt that holds the pistols, I love it, how they crosses over like an X. And we get that nice clean Cobra logo on there. That was my biggest concern when it comes to this figure in future figures, is like that Cobra logo not being crispy and clean. And they're nailing it. It's awesome. I love this figure. Got the knife holder right there. The boots, which I'm going to give huge shout out to Hasbro. So we got like a little bit of gold paint right there. There is no high heels. There's a little bit of a heel, but no high heels. They could have put Baroness in something with high heels, but they didn't. And I am happy that they didn't, because high heels, when they keep putting all their female characters in high heels, it makes it a pain to stand, and they just don't look good at times. But with this figure, man, I love it. This figure is awesome. Woosah, Arthur. Woosah. I'm fanboying it out right now. One, I didn't think I'd be able to get a hold of this. A huge shout out to the person that found it. Thank you so much. And articulation wise, her head's going to look down quite a bit. Looking up is not going to be really existent because of her hair, but her hair is a very, like, pliable rubber. So that's pretty good. So you can get her to look up a little bit, but nothing crazy. But she can look left and right a little bit. The hair does hit the back, you know, not really much attitude. And that's really what they expect with their head articulation. Her arms now can go up that far. So we get some nice, really elevation in her arms. Pauldrons don't get in the way at all. We get a little bit of a butterfly joint in there. You can see that. The shoulder pad does the same thing like the Storm Shadow one. It's like a separate piece. No bicep swivel, but we get the single jointed elbow, which you get that much of an angle. And then you get the movement at the elbow, wrist rotation. And look at this. Her wrist goes down this way, which is awesome. Let's see if the other side does. Yes, both sides have that same articulation of up, down, and it's blurry, and I'm sorry, but yeah, awesome stuff. Now, we got this armor piece here. We're going to have that awesome movement right there in the abs. So her leaning forward is pretty good. Leaning back is not too bad. Then we get The belt covers this. I don't know if everybody's is as revealing, but there's a gappage a little bit there. But we get the ball in the waist, so you can rotate it a little bit, and you get some movement like so. Awesome stuff. Hips can drop, just like all the other ones. She can kick. Man, she can do a field goal kick with this. Her thigh cut is hidden on the strap here, not so much here. Double jointed knee works pretty good. Armor looks pretty good. And then we get the ankle bend. And again, that pivot. Hasbro's known for their awesome ankle pivot. So here we have our pistols in the holsters, looking great. And then we got our little Cobra knife sort of in the sheath a little bit. And this I find odd. So you want the Cobra to face this direction, right? In my opinion. But when you look at the blade is facing the rear way. How this is angled, technically the blade should be facing this way. And it does sort of fit a lot more snug. But then it's like, I like it this way, but it just doesn't fit as... This is not bad. But I would have thought that the Cobra would face forward instead of backwards. Here we have Baroness with her helmet on, looking very badass and evil. And I love the fact that when she looks up, you get this nice disc hinge there. No, but on a serious note, if you look at it aside, I love how you can have the flesh. It has that little hint of flesh underneath, as if she's really wearing a helmet, instead of it just being all the way black up like she's wearing a turtleneck. But you get a lot of motion when it comes to this head, looking up, down, all this range in that neck. I like it. She looks amazing on this bike with the helmet on and everything. It is awesome. I love it. I love it so much. And it just fits like a glove. Looks great. Rolls pretty nice. But then I'm scraping the kickstand, so let me kick that up. But yeah, this thing rolls really nice. Man, this figure is so awesome that it's even had me bust out my best just J Hernandez walks, posing her up in a walk and stuff. It may not be as good as what he does because his posing is freaking ridiculous. And if you guys haven't heard of just J Hernandez, you got to check him out. I'm going to actually post his Instagram and his YouTube channel down below because dude is his figure posing is on point. And his balancing is on point, which you guys will understand if you have seen his stuff, or if you haven't seen his stuff, you definitely just go show him some love, check it out. And this figure is awesome. I love the weird cybernetic Cobra going on right here. I mean, it just wraps all the way up her arm, and if you just sort of stand there, see, I lost my balance. There she goes, falling over. But either way, the Cobra down her arm and everything looks pretty cool. The only downside I would say is if you move her arm all the way out this way, you can't really... Oh, wait. I did it. I was worried, thinking her hair prevented it, but I guess that's why they gave her that rubbery hair. You can actually get her looking down this way. That's awesome. There wasn't designed storage for this Cobra piece, so I just sort of wrapped around the barrel of the gun. So I guess you could sort of store it that way if you wanted. I just had to bust out that old school Toy Biz Marvel Legends flight stand to see if it works. It rigs up under her little belt harness for her pistols, and you can get some really amazing dynamic poses. I just need some blood splurting from Storm Shadow and Beachhead on the other side. She's a great figure, and I can see where the hype is surrounding it because, one, it's that classic Baroness, plus she just comes with a bunch of cool stuff, and she's an amazing figure. So I am hugely grateful that I actually got a hold of this figure, as Joes have just been a struggle for a lot of people, and honestly, it's been turning them off from collecting the line, from even investing into the company Hasbro at all. And it sort of breaks my heart seeing fellow collectors just giving up. And it's not because they don't want the figures or want to enjoy the line. It's just the distribution of these figures for the exclusives are just ridiculous. It's such a pain, and then the scalping is just through the roof with these figures. Stop buying and spending money on scalpers. Quit it. Eventually, they're going to have to either lower the price or they're going to end up returning them to the store where you can find them. So please, don't pay those third-party scalper prices. Just be patient, or even get into some of these Facebook groups. I'm part of the Plastic Cannibals. That's actually my group. Part of the DMV group. There's a lot of groups that you can get a part of where people look out for one another. In a lot of instances, at least in Plastic Cannibals for sure, it's just literally if you live in a different state and you need it, PayPal the person the cost plus shipping, and boom, it gets to your house. That's just plain and simple. So stop feeding the scalpers, guys. So this figure is awesome. I highly recommend it. And that sums up my unboxing and review of the Target exclusive Cobra Island Baroness and Cobra Coil bike. If you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me. And if you guys want to get annoyed with when I post up a new video, hit that silver bell notification so you don't miss out. And I want you guys to go check out Nate's Toys and Collectibles. He definitely is keeping up with the Joes, and even that's not exclusive, definitely could pre-order through him. And make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. Both of these companies, amazing prices, and they're both amazing, really good guys. So with Toyco, you got the website down below. You got a promo code for you guys for some free shipping if you buy something from the website. And there's the pre-order group for Nate's Toy Shop. Nate's Toys and Collectibles. I keep wanting to call it Nate's Toy Shop. And Toyco's Toys and Collectibles. So check it out, join up, and see what the pre-orders are coming out. And make sure you take some dibs on some of these pre-orders because they're amazing prices, and it saves you from having to battle or deal with scalping prices. And most